What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? You're not letting me get you on screen here. Let's try again. Stay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Little morning walk with the dogs. Yeah. You guys want to say hello? Yes, you do. So I want to show off our irrigation system and how we're using it to increase the survivability of our tree plantings out here in the Silvopasture. But I ran this frost-free hydrant out here, which is super convenient. And then the irrigation system came with a little filter. I understand that that filter is supposed to be pointing down, but my hydrant comes out vertically instead of at a 45-degree angle, so the filter's at 45 degrees now, and that's okay because I probably don't even need it anyway. Comes into a splitter. I left 2 extra lines if I ever wanted to run more, but right now I only have 2 irrigation zones. Then you have the main line. This tubing's super easy to work with, but you have the main line, and it's going to run out to a variety of zones. And once you get to where you want to irrigate, you put in a T, and now you switch your type of line. So the main line continues on that way, but here comes your irrigation line, which is perforated every foot or so at one of those little nodules. You can see a hole right there. So then you just put it around your trees. Sometimes I have it just with one node right at the base of a tree. I use the cages to try and keep the deer off the trees, sometimes successfully. Athena found a stick. Yeah. So, but then you meander your drip line throughout your planting zone. This one's about 15 feet long, about 8 feet wide, 8 or 9 trees in there. And then once you figure out where it's going to end, which is what I'm looking for right now. Sorry for the wandering, but it does end right there. Then you can put these terminating caps on it. So I could also put a sprinkler head there if I didn't want to terminate it, but that's going to reduce pressure over the whole system if I do a bunch of that. But I could put a sprinkler head here to spray as well. The whole thing operates at 40 psi. So we'll continue to follow the main line here. Here's another, I guess, still in the same zone because we're on one main line, but I teed there. That line goes off through the pasture to more of zone 2. Zone 2 is kind of a big box. And then over here we have more plantings. Some I ran out of cages, but you can see cage there, another tree over there. So another 8 or 9 trees here with the drip line meandering through them. Now we can go over and check out the other 2. The pigs really opened this up this year. Even with the drought, I got green grass out here. We haven't had measurable rain. Well, I guess one very small event, but in about 40 days, only one small rain event. And I still have green grass, moist dirt. Still got that vernal pool that I did a video about earlier. Had to tie this guy up because a buck was rubbing on it. I was hesitant to put a cage on it because it's got a lot of branches up there. Certainly would be a pain to tube. but I may have to cage it. That's a elm, I believe. So I got trees here. You can see another termination. All right, here we have evidence of a mouse or something burrowing in and amongst my grape. This is a wild grape, so might need to cage that. There's the T for this irrigation zone, and it just meanders through here. I just try and get 1 or 2 nodules at the base of each plant, and I believe that will be good. This is a traditionally moist area anyway. Following the main line, this is one of the larger plantings. So goes all the way over there to that tree. This one here is probably 15 by 15 with maybe 12 trees in it. Trays of bushes, all edible or beneficial to the soil. So, but you can see the drip line meanders through there and then terminates right there. Zone 1 is much shorter. So main line comes back here, and then this is the termination of the whole main line, and I could continue that on or whatever. You want to limit your T's and elbows, but straight line, you're not going to have terrible pressure drop off. So here's zone 1. This is an old tree planting. Some of these trees are alive, some are dead, but I didn't irrigate them properly. So now I am, and I planted 2. I got a crab apple over there, and then I wrote it down, but I don't know what this guy is. A cool tree here. Either way, they should live for me because they have water all the time now. I run this for about 90 minutes a day, unless it rains, which it hasn't. But if it rains, I won't need to run it. So here you can see yet another T. Drip line meanders off, goes through this area, irrigates 9 or 10 plantings, various things. And then when it comes time, I'll just fence the pigs out of it. And I'll come around, I'll take cuttings off the adult trees, and I'll send them out to, or throw them out into the paddock. And then the main line comes all the way down here to the driveway where we just saw my son leaving for school. And it terminates at a willow. So this is traditionally a very swampy area. So I planted a sandbar willow, which is a native Pennsylvania willow species. And very good at self-propagation. This should send up lots of suckers once it gets established. And the drip line, very short piece there, just to irrigate it, and then it terminates. So I'm pleased with the irrigation system, and I hope for great success with my not inexpensive tree plantings. This long row of tubes here is a variety of chestnut trees, some alive, some dead. But again, next year I expect them to do better, although they will be shaded by this oak. So hopefully that explains the irrigation system.